You've seen it a dozen times. The ultimate spy tech. A perfect disguise, worn in plain sight, a flick of the wrist, and the face of your enemy becomes your own. But here's the question that has stirred up in everyone's mind. Is it real? Could you actually do this? The answer is both no, and holy shit yes. Meet Jonna Mendez. In the 1970s, she was a master of disguise for the CIA. Her job? To make spies invisible. And her team created a weapon so powerful, they had to test it in the most secure building on Earth. The White House. A technical officer had created a revolutionary silicone mask of an African-American man. The plan? To use it to exfiltrate an asset from right under the KGB's nose in Moscow. But first, they needed a field test. So, a white officer, Tony Mendez, another legendary chief of disguise, put it on. He didn't just walk around the grounds. He was escorted into the Situation Room, the heart of American intelligence. He stood there in a room full of the most alert people in the country, and no one had a clue. He was even photographed shaking hands with President Jimmy Carter. The mission was a success. The mask was flawless. This wasn't a movie. This was real espionage history. So what's the difference between real and fiction? The technology is real. The art of creating a hyper-realistic prosthetic mask is a true science. The application is where reality and Hollywood diverge.
So, Jonna, Mission Impossible is known for, especially when Tom Cruise takes off that mask. Is there any kind of technology that achieves that in the real world of intelligence?
Well, the movies have a lot of options that real life does not offer to you. But the idea of a mask that you could quickly put on, quickly take off was very real, and something that we used with some discretion, but we used it when we needed it and got great results.
Hold on. So, in your estimation, how lifelike realistic are the masks? If you were in the room with this person wearing the mask, would you notice that it's a mask?
You would not notice unless you told a really hysterical joke and the person couldn't laugh hysterically. It had limits. It could smile, couldn't laugh hysterically.
I know.
I wore those masks in a couple of pretty tight situations, and no one knew until I announced it.
Jonna, is it right that you wore that in front of George H.W. Bush, and could he tell?
I did wear it. Brent Scowcroft was in the room, Bob Gates, John Sununu, Judge Webster. Judge Webster knew because he was head of the CIA at the time. No one else had any idea until I took it off.
I had no idea.
So you did it just to show them that this was possible, is that right?
Absolutely. In the image, yeah, that's me.
What?
Taken off my head.
Right now. And this is really quite mind-blowing.
So I read that the mask had to be something you could put on in 10 seconds or take off, and you didn't need a mirror as well.
Wow.
But you could put it on in a parking garage without a mirror in the dark.
So the next time you watch Mission Impossible, remember this. That incredible, impossible idea didn't come from a screenwriter's wild imagination. It came from a declassified, audacious, and utterly brilliant stunt pulled off by the real-life Ethan Hunts at the CIA. The movies just made it faster and flashier.